Good morning and welcome to Drucker Day 2019. My name is Jenny Darroch. I'm the Dean of the Peter F. Drucker and Masatoshi Ito Graduate School of Management. Every year we're excited about Drucker Day, and I have to tell you this year is no exception. Let me begin by explaining a little bit around why the focus around functioning society, what we're doing this year with the lineup. When we begin planning Drucker Day, never early enough, I have to point out, we settle on topics that relate to a functioning society, which is at the heart of Peter Drucker's work. Drucker believed that a functioning society requires sustainable organisations across all sectors of society that are run by ethical and responsible managers who pay attention to what they do to and for society. Drucker became interested in business primarily because of his interest in the importance of important contributions of well-run organisations. But the notion of a functioning society runs deeper than just a bunch of well-run organisations. A functioning society is also a place where people can find purpose and meaning. However, in order to find purpose and meaning, we believe that people cannot be shut out of society. That is, we believe that all people should be able to participate in society equally and find purpose and meaning. With this as our backdrop, we then start to develop a program for Drucker Day that addresses topics that we feel have risen to the surface over the past year. That is why we have Bettina Sherrick talking about the power of storytelling through film to give people a voice. That is why we have a panel on healthcare, because at our core, we believe in the human condition. For people to participate fully in society, they need to be well. And that is why we also have Roger McNamee talking about technology platforms such as Facebook and the detrimental impact technology platforms have on society. But before we get the party started, I do want to welcome a few important guests and then give you some brief Dean's updates. That's my job, to tell you what we're doing, and on behalf of Drucker and the Drucker School. So firstly, I'd like to welcome President Len Jessup and his partner, Kirsty Starr. Welcome. We're thrilled to have so many trustees, CGU Board of Trustees in the audience. Tim Curley, the chairman of our board, Mark Johnson, Larry Taylor, Tom Shea and John Barkman, my dear friend, and Drucker, a person who built the success of Edward Jones around Drucker principles. It's great to have you in the audience. Recently retired board member Ernie Maldonado's here. Great to see you and great to have you here too, Ernie. Mark, Larry, Tom and Ernie are also alum of CGU, some of whom are also Drucker alum. And we have from our CGU leadership cabinet, Kristen Anderson-Daly, Cynthia Baker and Patricia Easton, so welcome. We have past President Debbie Freund here. We have an elected official, Victor Presadio, who's a council member for the City of Pomona. We have two very important guests, Cecily Drucker, it's great to welcome you back, one of Peter's children, and also Jean Lippman-Blumen, who we'll be honouring later in the morning, and Jean's family and friends have also come to share in this honour with us too, so welcome Jean. We have a number of people who serve on our Drucker Industry Board of Advisors, Cynthia, Tom and Mark. Thank you for being here and supporting us. And we also have Pat Soldano here for the Drucker School Family Business Institute in our presence as well. I have a large number of Drucker faculty and staff and CGU faculty and staff. I can see some, not all, but good to see you and have you here as well. When we got to Thursday night, we closed registration and we were at 403 registered guests. Can you believe that? Anything over 400, I see some hands, yeah, thank you. And I told Kathleen, who's sitting here in a bright red jacket, we'll declare victory if we get over 300 and we'll celebrate if we get to 350, and we got over 400. So I'm thrilled to welcome many members of the wider Claremont community to our home, our family. I'm also thrilled to have over 100 alumni in the room, so raise your hands if you're an alum. Wow, thank you. And I'm also delighted that we have, last count, 34 prospective students in the room. Hands up. And keep your hands up, and everybody look around, because we're going to hunt you down through breaks, right? Yeah, but great that you've given us some of your time as you're looking at where you might take your education next. So it's great to welcome you here as well. So now I'd like to provide some brief updates about what we're doing at the Drucker School and some of the things we've worked on. We're delighted to report to you that we saw an increase in numbers in the past academic year, and we're on track for another increase this year. And we're in a tough market, so I'm not going to spend my very limited speech talking about how tough our market is, but more to tell you our results are looking great. Drucker always said that if you do the right things, results follow. I chant that to myself on a daily basis, and I'm going to share with you some of the right things that I think we're doing that are helping facilitate the areas of results. I want to focus on 4 areas particularly. Number 1, we've made some program adjustments to our portfolio of degrees. Probably the biggest thing we undertook was we revamped the MBA. We shortened it a little bit, but more importantly, we also introduced a Drucker signature platform. There are 8 units in that platform, 2 units of Drucker philosophy, where we teach from the practice of management and the effective executive, 2 units called Finding Clarity, which combines Professor Sathe's work on revitalisation with Jeremy Hunter's work on mindfulness. We have a 2-unit leadership practicum because we believe that leadership can be taught and leaders develop. We have a 2-unit course called Career Practicum because we also believe that people come back to school as part of an exploration. You're trying to figure out what the next chapter of your life might look like, and so we have a course to support you with that part of the journey. We're also about to do the same. We've just got one meeting left. I'm looking at my faculty. One more meeting to finalise the equivalent rollout with the Drucker Executive MBA, where we're introducing a Drucker Executive platform. My second point, we've diversified the business. Those of you who've known us for a long time know that we built our brand around MBA, Executive MBA and PhD. We added an FE degree, Financial Engineering, 20 years ago. Between about 5 and 15 years ago, we added an Art Business and Art Management degree, and we sort of put the brakes on for a while. But more recently, in fact, the last 18 months, we're going to market now with a new MS in Finance that has a fintech orientation. I just see Michael Immerman, my faculty lead, giving a thumbs up. Yeah, she mentioned it, she did. With a fintech concentration, it will be aligned with the CFA as well, CFA, at least part 1 and part 2. We're in market now with an MS in Marketing Analytics, both on ground and online, and we're starting to see the numbers take good shape there. We repositioned our MA in Management and focused it more into general core management, organisation and leadership, and also marketing. And I'm going to say this, I hope I won't get into trouble, but we think we've almost got approval to launch a fintech concentration for the financial engineering degree. I shouldn't speak too soon because universities have processes, but we are toward the end, I think, of a good process. My third point, in addition to, is to focus on the areas that we are specialising in. As you already know, we have supply chain as an area of focus, but we also decided to place our bets on family business and innovation and entrepreneurship. A year ago, it was April the 12th last year at about 6 p.m, I think, we launched the Drucker School Global Family Business Institute. And in the last year, we've had a very busy year building out activities around the Institute. Not only did we launch, but we now have a course in family business that's led by Professor Sathe. We have a student club so that people from family businesses can connect with each other and learn from each other and share. And we also have a lot of programming that Pat Zaldano is supporting us to take us into the next 12 months to deal with issues that matter to family business. We're also working with President Len Jessup to develop the 2.2 acres across the road from the Drucker School. And our broad vision is to build some kind of centre for innovation and entrepreneurship that will serve CGU, Claremont colleges, and the broader Claremont and Inland Empire community. My last point, I'm up to 4, and I said 4, and we've paid attention to our culture. As Drucker once famously said that culture eats strategy for breakfast, right? I'm watching John Bachman's face. It's something that's dear to John's heart. And I'm pleased to report to you that we have an incredibly engaged faculty and staff who care deeply about the success of the Drucker School and CGU by caring deeply about our students, our customers. I'm really proud of the culture we've created. It's one of transparency and inclusiveness, the way in which we collaborate, the respect we have for each other's opinions, and ultimately that we arrive at solutions that are market-facing, innovative, and make sense given our brand and market conditions within which we operate.